Day 2 of SODACON 2021 is all about end user use cases. And today we have with us Yuji Yazava, Principal Engineer and Group Manager at Toyota Motor Corporation, who's going to be speaking on the expectations for SODA from large IoT use cases. Over to you, Yazava-san.
Hi. So, shall I start the presentation?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining my keynote session. I'm Yuji Yazawa from Toyota Motor Corporation, and I'm responsible for the researching and developing for next generation of IT environment, which dedicated for connected vehicle as well as autonomous vehicle. And from this year, I also have, I got a new role to deploy the kind of smart city related project. So, I have many things to do. So let's get started. Today, I would like to talk with you for you guys. Our expectation for SODA from large IoT use cases point of view, because I have two projects. One is connected vehicle related, and the other one is smart city related. However, I actually have only 15 minutes, and I was thinking 10 minutes for my presentation and 5 minutes for QA. So today, let me focus to the much more connected vehicle related. And first of all, let me introduction myself more. I actually spent 8 years on the Yahoo Japan environment, especially storage-related environment, and I was managed petabytes of storage products on Yahoo Japan. And after that, I moved to Fusion IO to how to say solve the latency related problems. And after that, I moved to Scality, and finally I joined to Toyota Motor Corporation. And I actually have another role in Ubun Planet and Ubun Alpha, which means a subsidiary of Toyota Motor Corporation. So I'm responsible for not only connected vehicle and smart city related, but also managing, how to say, it actually kind of ADU and ADAS environment. I have I'm managing kind of a drive simulator environment for testing ECU build for realized autonomous vehicle. And in the Ubun Alpha, I'm leading infrastructure development for a smart city project. So for more detail, please see my LinkedIn profile. And I actually completely forgot to provide a company overview and how to say another company related presentation. So let me talk about our future environment. Oh, really? Sorry about that. I was thinking I shared my presentation already. So sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, Kusunuki-san, I didn't see your comment. And thank you very much, Oliver. This is my background. And this is actually kind of overview of our future environment. This is not a concrete architecture. This is actually preliminary assumption architecture. And as most of you may know, most of connected vehicle will send exabytes of data per year from each connected vehicle to our environment. And some data goes to edge environment, but some data goes to our centralized data center directly. And in the centralized data center, we will have many kinds of data, which means tier 0, 1, 2, and cold storage, frozen storage, and so on. So, I mean, we need to manage many kinds of storage with only a few persons, as well as we need to manage cloud environment as well, because we are already using kind of a public cloud environment at this moment. And if we deploy, I mean, we also need to think about DR, disaster recovery related. So we need to think about data replication for DR purpose. So we need to deploy at least, from my point of view, we need to deploy at least a couple of data centers for each region if we deploy on-premised environment. So, I mean, our future environment is built from many kinds of storage products, and the data goes to, how to say, I mean, anywhere. So at first, the data should goes to tier 0 or tier 1 layer, but if the time has passed, the data goes to tier 2 or cold storage or somewhere. For example, AWS S3 or Glacier or something like that. So for managing such a complexity environment with reasonable costs, we need to have a good storage orchestrator such as SODA. So the main purpose of joining SODA Foundation is to solve our future challenges with SODA. I mean, working with SODA. And this is kind of challenges for connected vehicle related platform. The one is the data is really a complexity structure. So the data is actually received in row-oriented manner. It's actually not column-oriented. So if we try to read specific data for I mean, sequentially, but from the physical storage point of view, it always running random read or random write I/O. So the first challenge is the I/O is always how to say. I mean, the I/O is always being too heavy. And at this moment, we don't have any policies and regulations for each region. So at this moment, we can't make a decision. We can delete the data or not because there's no regulations at this moment. So that means we need to think about long-term archiving as well. And actually, most of the Toyota vehicle is used more than 15 years, 15 years more than. So that means we need to consider more than 15 years of long-term archiving, working with maybe tape or archival disk or something like that. So at this moment, we actually just got started working with Fujifilm folks. Thank you very much, and welcome to Soda Foundation Fujifilm folks. And as well as we need to think about how we can reduce the communication costs, which means the traffic costs between vehicle and data center or cloud. So if we think about to move the data, move the petabytes of exabytes of data from region A to region B, at this moment, I'm thinking it's better and cheaper if we move the data using some portal hardware. I mean, physical data transfer should be faster and cheaper. So that's why we are working with Seagate folks very closely, and we are really interested in their products named Live Shuttle or UDX. So thank you very much, and welcome to Soda Foundation, Seagate folks. So we have many kind of challenges, and we are really interested in and expecting many of the things for Soda Foundation. And we Toyota have another session after 1 hour later. So for more detail, our project general manager of Masanori Ito will talk more detail. So, but if my understanding is correct, this session is Japanese only. So sorry about that. So if anyone interested in our activities, or if anyone talk with me or Ito directly, so please join the Soda Slack first and discuss with us. All right, thank you very much. Any questions so far?
Thank you, Yazawa-san. I believe we are actually out of time. We've already gone over time in the session. So if we have any questions, we will be posting them to you at a later date. But thank you again for sparing your time and explaining to us the use cases in the IoT segment. And we look forward to having more collaborations with you in the future. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, so as I mentioned, everybody's been asking us, when are we going to win the Amazon vouchers? So this is one of the sessions where I'm giving away an Amazon voucher. So let me bring up the quiz questions. Okay, I have a question. Okay, let's start simple. Okay, let's start simple so that this is going to be a fun question. I'm going to bring that question up on screen. So if you're in this session, please note you have to answer this question in the chat. I'm putting it up on the screen in Q&A, but you have to answer the question in chat. The first person to give me the right answer will win an Amazon.com voucher worth $100 US. It's a simple question, but you need to be fastest finger first. So the first person, when was the Soda Foundation officially launched? When was the Soda Foundation officially launched? Let me see who gets the answer correct on the chat. Remember, in chat, I'm looking at chat and not at Q&A. Somebody got the year right. I want the exact date. And Abhishek S. Bang on. That is absolutely correct. Soumik, you missed it out by a year. The correct answer is SODA Foundation was conceived and officially launched on June 29, 2020. Remember, I was very clear. Answer in chat. Answer in chat. Abhishek S., student of Krishna Jayanti, congratulations. You have won yourself an Amazon.com voucher worth $100 US. Please message us your email ID so that we can add you to this list. Please direct message Sanil or Ashik if you can. Congratulations. And I think with that, we'll move now to the next session, and we'll be conducting these quizzes throughout the session. We have a lot more vouchers. Let me not tell you how many. We have a lot more vouchers, and they're definitely above 5 vouchers. Okay, with that, it's time now for us to go to the next session, and that's Let's Make Data Intelligent Together by Wendao Yang, who's a general manager at Huawei, who are also the platinum sponsors for the SODACON 2021. Let's move on now to the next session.